Hey, this is Patrice M. Foster. Welcome to my channel. I'm on another travel assignment and I wanted to show you my room. I know I did another video about that cheesy place, but I've upgraded. I got a real oven, yes it is, real fridge, stainless steel, granite countertop, few knickknacks. Actually, see, a real oven. Clean the room, my little table, and my couch is actually a bed. When the family come, I could pull it out. And my desk. And I just glimpse, and the bathroom is over there. Anyway, I wanted to show you this. This is the first time I've upgraded to an oven, so I'm real excited. I made macaroni and cheese and tuna casserole and everything else, baked chicken, baked tilapia, all the good stuff at home. Trying to eat healthy. I bought my juice and everything.
Somebody gave me this assignment. I'm trying to make it look. I'm trying to get this room, the lighting in this room is not working for me. But I'm going to try to make it work because y'all know that you want to hear my story. So somebody called me and told me about this position. It was 4 weeks in July. What month are we in? Now, October, I'm still here. Yes. So sometimes assignment is 4 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and end up to be more than you want it to be. But that's all good. I got a lot of story about this particular assignment. I have to wait till I leave it to talk about them, the nurses. A bunch of entitlement. Anyway, you know, the last video I did was about cheesy hotel. This hotel is not cheesy. This hotel is just for me right now. I like it. Because I choose it. When you have choices, you know, it's better. But if you allow these travel agency to pick your hotel, pick your room, let me stop here. According to some nurses, they got what they wanted. So maybe there is an agency that listen, they give you a car. Yeah, I had the cars too, and that's another video. And it's not free. And they may give you a car. They may give you the salary you want. They may give you $25 or more per diem. I had all that. But that's not the story. I wanted to come out here and talk about there is a myth. Everybody's talking about nurses have money, nurses make money, nurses is so. As a matter of fact, I was at the front desk in the hotel, and I went, you know, because the internet was off, but they were fixing it, they were redoing it. So I went up there to find out what was going on, and the lady at the desk said, "I want your job." I said, I didn't really answer because if she really knew what I do, she would second guess it. But that led me to believe that everybody thinks that nurses have money. Yeah, I'm one of the poor nurses. My name is Patrice M. Foster, and I am one of the poor nurses. I am not going to lie to you. There are times when I'm not going to pretend I don't have the Gucci, I don't have the Louis, I don't have all the extravagance, the beach home, the 401k, all the perks that you think nurses have. 100,000, 200,000, $1 million in the bank, because they made XYZ. It's a competition. How? I made 100,000 last year. Really? You need to see the video about the tax man welcome you. So I'm one of the poor nurses, and there's certain times in your nursing careers that you went into. Everybody goes into nursing for a different reason. Maybe it was to provide for the family, which that's how I end up there. Or it's, some won't tell you the truth, it's all about the money. What they hear, nurses make money. I'm here to tell you, you're going to make money and you're going to lose money. And what I mean by that, nurses don't make a lot of money. There are some nurses that are very smart of saving their money, utilizing the money, stretching their money, and multiplying their money. And that's the difference. But the salary that you receive, it's never going to be enough. There are nurses doing 2 and 3 jobs to survive because, and I work all over, like this particular travel assignment I'm on. When you talk to nurses, they telling me how much the mortgage is, how much the homeowner's insurance is 3 times mortgage compared to what the property is worth. So nurses don't make a lot of money. Don't believe the hype. Don't get caught up in, you see the title of the YouTube video, How I Make $100,000. Nurse make money, nurse triple their income, nurse millionaire. I want you to do what makes you happy. You can make money. Reason why nurses get in debt, and I'm speaking personally of my issue, because I don't want anybody coming on my DM saying, oh, we don't have this, we have a glorious life, I make money, I make trillions of money, and I have this and I have that. Why you doing 2 jobs? I'm catching up on debts. That's what most people do, the second job. You save and then you catch up on your bills that way, the second way. But there are some nurses now that, I met this one girl, this one nurse, I shouldn't say girls, this one nurse, and her house is already paid off. That's where all her money, that's security. She doesn't have a car payment. She's diligent in how when she takes these travel assignments, she just, save up. I have too much things going on that I'm trying to do other things that I'm not in that position yet. Doesn't mean I don't have the potential. I know I do. But I'm trying to say this video is, there are going to be some time you just feel like, what are they talking about? You know what I hate? When people say I have something and I don't, it makes you more annoyed. But I don't show it, But I've learned over the years that people who brag, people who, come in your face, they have this and have that. They don't. They don't. So I wanted to make this video for you new nurses or old nurses. The bottom line is we got to save our money, nurses. We have to save, because there's a nurse that I'm working with, or I work with, and I was just observing. When I get on the unit and I go to a new assignment, I've always, kind of sit back and watch people. And this crew that I happened to work with at that time, they were much older nurse. And when I say older nurse, I don't mean 40 and 50. I mean 70. One of them just celebrate their 85th birthday. And you may look at it, new nurse, or the people who watch my videos say, when I reach 85, I'm going to retire. Can we really retire? If you can work up until that and you feel that you can do it, go on. But when you talk to these nurses, they have a lot of debt. Not debt from Louis, not debt from that. We make bad choices. The money come, and I told you the story of before. When I was working in Pennsylvania, when I was working, and this is on staff, and I know, or agency, every agency you get paid every week. And you kind of just have a calculator and say, oh, I'm going to get this amount, 5,000, 2,000, 1,000 this week. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to buy me this. I wanted this expensive bag, or not me personally, because the next week I'm going to get the same amount of money, and it just lost it in the save. We don't put it, let me put that in the bank. We don't do it. I made those bad choices. And so I'm at this place. You may be at it, but you don't want to speak about it. That's fine. But I'm here to tell you that you have to get a grip of it while you young, while you are new nurses, and the money that you said is a small amount, and you're living with your mother or your dad, or you don't have to pay any expense, and the first thing you go out and buy the car that's not even worth a cent when you drive it off. But that's an investment for you. So use car. Use car. And I know I'm not preaching. I hope you don't say I'm preaching. I just think that people who hasn't, from the outside looking in, thinking that nurses are just basking in money. Basking in money. It looks good. But the more money you make, the more expense you have. And I think I did a video about the tax, what you exempt and how you have to pay back the tax. If you don't pay back the tax, there's no if and but. You know what's going to happen. So all these little, what I call them, little obstacles, things that you need to know, that somebody need to tell you. Now I'm one that have lived it. I made tons of mistakes. I wished someone had told me this. But when the money come in, it just blow it. So yes, nurses don't make a lot of money, but it's not the money, that amount that count, is what you do with that money to let it grow. And that's the most important thing, because I have met people who, CNAs, this is a prime example. I met several CNAs had more money in the bank at one time than I had. And how they do it? Because I ask, I ask, how do you get to save? Like, I put away. It's like paying yourself first. You know what they say? Pay yourself first. And I start doing that. But somewhere along, you have to have some cushion, because something always happens. And when you have your kids, something always happens. So forget about those myths. Forget about those. Just ignore those show off, those naysayers. They always traveling somewhere. That's another thing. go on vacation everywhere. Some people like to put those things in your head, and then and I'm telling you, because I used to feel that way. I had low self-esteem at one point. Yeah, it's hard for you to believe it, but yes. And I used to say to my mother, how come I can't be like those nurses? They seem like they have everything. They have the expensive car. They have 500. I told you this million times. $500,000 house. I went to see them, and I only see it mostly in Atlanta. Because where I live in Pennsylvania, we have these little townhouse. But some of them do brag that they live expensive house in Philadelphia, but I never went to their house. I just assumed. And it wasn't until my mother let me realize that the people, take a good look at those people who they come in with their Louis and they just throw it. No appreciate that expensive bag. They just throw it in the break room just like that. Like, I have many. I don't need this. You know, they're working overtime. Watch them. I watch them, literally. They're sitting at the computer all day, not for work, figuring out the schedule, how they can get some overtime. What does that tell you? They know better than you. So, nurse and their money. Nurse money. Nurse money is good now. It's stability. That's what I think. When I think of nurse money, what people may think is different, but what it is, and I'll break it down for you. Nurse money is stability. You're going to always have a job. No matter if it paying $18, $20, $28, $34, travel assignment, or $75. You're going to always have stability. And it comes in spur where you may get a high pay and a low pay. One of the things that a friend of mine, I was telling her, she said she didn't want to go to the nursing home. She was working in the hospital. She needs some overtime. I never refuse any money. I can work in a nursing home. And I don't look at the money, oh, the nursing home is going to pay me $25 an hour. And I'm an RN and I can't make $25 an hour. I must make $45, $55, $65. $25 an hour here, $25 an hour there, that's $50 an hour. You work in 2 jobs, that's $50 an hour. Satisfied with what you have. Some people say, let me remember the phrase that a friend of mine told me, don't let them take away your what you're worth. You should come off saying, oh, give me this. I've been a nurse for so much. I should be paying $50, $60. It's okay for her to take that. She's always going to take up a job, $55, $65 an hour. How often does those jobs come with benefit, with everything that you want? Not often. Usually it comes with, it's a short assignment. It's just $65, $75. It's a short assignment. And I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. Short assignment, nurse money, temporary. So you better save that. But the reality is, when I try to get a job in Georgia, they want to pay you less. Now, if you don't have anything going, this might be wise to just take it. But doesn't mean what you're going to do. You maxed out. Nurses maxed out. I'm maxed out based on years of experience. They're not going to pay you any better. So that's why I'm doing rapid response. I'm doing short-term assignments, which is higher pay, because I'm maxed out. If I go on staff, I'm looking at the lower pay, because the highest pay that they want to give you based on your experience. So and I'm in the South, so you all know what happened there. That the salary ain't going, the max out may be like 28. I don't know. I'm just speaking. Somebody might come on here and tell me, what is the max out rate for RNs in the South, in your South, whether it's Georgia, Alabama, or Mississippi. I don't even know what it is here. What is it up north? So the only logical sense that I can get out of this is nurses, we have the potential to make money. We have the potential to expand, to go into other fields, to create. Maybe the way you got into nursing, it's a stable job for you. Maybe you like doing other things, computer. Maybe you like to write books. Maybe you have a passion for knitting. Maybe you have other things that you want to explore, and this is stability that's going to get you to your passion. And if you can do nursing, like I told you, all the nurses around me were older. The youngest one was 70 years old. So it can be done. So no, nurses don't make a lot of money. Some days you won't have enough money and you say, let me take a travel assignment. Let me go do this assignment. And that's how you get, once you get to that point, I need to tell you this. So you're sitting around the house, you have to have money in the bank up front to pay the hotel first, and then once you start working, you get consistently paycheck and your housing money. That's how my agency worked. I don't know how yours work. Maybe you get the money, housing up front, money up front, but we don't get it like that. I know a lot of people saying, and I was reading about loyalty, about why did I stay with certain agency. I mean, I'm loyal to a point. I know when to step away. I know when to walk away. I know you see this on my head. Yes. I had to take this off. I know you've seen this. I know some of y'all was just laughing at me. Did she really got that on her head? Yes, I did. I'm normal. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Share. Leave a comment. Comment get me noticed on YouTube. Thank you for your support. Have a wonderful day or night in your state or your country. Peace out.